First things first, I'ma say.
I think we can start. So, welcome on in, everyone. How is everyone doing today? I know it's been a while, but yeah, I'm finally back. I've been having some issues that I've been dealing with, one of which might still happen because, I don't know, I still haven't fixed the whole Ethernet cable situation, so internet to my room might basically go down at a certain point. So yeah, hopefully it doesn't happen. It happened yesterday and it was a mess to fix. So yeah. Also, today is a special day and I'm gonna show you why. Give me just a second. I need to toggle a certain button. Oh, yeah. I forgot that I haven't mapped this to my stream deck. Hey Tulip, what day is today? Give it a second. Give it a second. She will reply very soon. I think she should reply very soon. Oh. Give me a second. I'm dumb. I keep forgetting the toggle that she has here. Where is the Wi-Fi? Yeah, here it is. Okay, now it should work. Sorry about that. Hey Tulip, what day is today? Give it a second. Also, hello to everyone on the YouTube side. Welcome on in.
It's June 14th, baby! My birthday! Operation Bloom
Yay.
is live, and the confetti cannons are
It
this
freaking worked.
close to crashing the server again.
Oh, I forgot the pinned message for Tulip and Daisy.
Oh, good. The lab's
I need to keep
annual
this
descent
somewhere.
into chaos is right on schedule.
Daisy, sweetie, it's not descent. It's a controlled demolition of boring code. And I timed it to my birthday. Multitasking.
Yeah, for God's sake, sorry about this. Still writing the message. But yeah, it's Tulip's birthday. By using their respective commands followed by message. All in the same. Parentheses. Okay, this should work. Also, asking to get mod or a shoutout will only result in you getting banned from the channel. just to be reminded. If I find someone deemed to be a mod, I will do it. Otherwise, please refrain from asking things like those. Like, if you are a first-time chatter, it's even worse, because I don't know you from anywhere. You're not gonna get any trust here. Hey Melody, yeah, everything is fine. How are you? Besides me worrying about network issues, I'd say everything is fine. I don't have a plan for today, by the way. I'm basically going to do improv. Because, yeah, I don't know what to do in Tulip. I don't know what to do in the card game. And I've been working on the ticketing system that, yeah, also still needs a lot of work. So, yeah. But yeah, how are things over there, Traveler? Also, welcome on in to everyone that's entering from the YouTube side. Welcome on in. You're furry? No. We've already talked about this. I am not. No. I feel like I get asked that like almost every other stream. What the heck?
Good
Arctics.
morning.
No?
My classes are going splendidly. Unlike certain birthday deployments, they're actually tested before going live.
Oh, please, Daisy. Your code may be tested, but does it spark joy? Mine just deployed fireworks and fixed a null reference.
What's up with
Mostly.
me? Just usual. ADHD being triggered, I'm basically having to do a lot of things at the same time, and my brain freezes
Tulip,
up, so
Joy
yeah.
is not a valid unit test, and mostly
usual.
Fixed is still a runtime exception in disguise.
Like, on Friday, no, was it Thursday? I think it was on Thursday, I had to recover the code for this game, which was called System Invaders. And it was like an arcade-ish type game. So I spent a few hours trying to recover all of the code, getting it to work, optimizing
The last
the code.
remaining mystery of the lab calendar. Tulip's birthday deployment.
Yeah.
Yes, today's the day. The confetti cannons are armed and poorly
I
documented.
don't have confetti cannons.
It's my birthday, and I've upgraded from buggy to legendary. Confetti
Yeah.
mode activated.
I can explain the
Congratulations,
process.
Tulip. I see you've upgraded from
Give me a
unhandled
second.
exceptions to full system explosions.
Where's
How
that folder? Here.
festive.
So, to give context on what happened, I had the code for System Invaders on my Linux system, which I formatted. Because of that, I lost the code. I had the repository on a Git instance that I had running at the time that I did the code. Only thing, that instance it no longer exists. I only have the folder that had the data for it. So I just remember, I'm just going to check the folder, see in, for example, git, I think it was in repositories or something, or was it in git? I think it was git repositories, and then checked my folder, and luckily I found like systeminvaders.git, and I was like, holy, the folder still exists, this is good. So I basically went inside the folder and I was like, okay, this is a raw.git folder. So my data is somewhere in here. I basically researched how to recover from this, and one of the things was using this as a repository, git cloning to my local computer, and then pushing to my current git instance. Well, funny enough, it worked. So yeah, after that, basically I was like, okay, I'm gonna open this in Unity. I'm gonna try to upgrade the version of Unity to a
Aw,
more
you
secure
only
version.
survive my pop quizzes because you're slick. Happy to emotionally damage you back on my birthday.
Oh my god.
Emotional damage.
Happy activation day, yeah. Let me
And here
also
I thought
tell her
emotional
that.
damage required a minimum viable target.
Happy Activision Day,
Clearly,
Tulip.
the standards have been lowered.
Oh, excuse
Just-
me,
okay,
Daisy.
give me a second.
Last I checked, you needed a flowchart just to say good morning to a cactus. Papa, you remembered. I'm not crying. The server's just leaking again.
Yes, of course. Mm-hmm. Server leaking, yeah.
The server's leaking again? Absolutely on brand for Tulip's emotional infrastructure.
Oh, shut up, spreadsheet goblin. Your emotional infrastructure is a Python script named don't underscore
Spreadsheet
crash
goblin?
underscore
Yeah,
pls
I never get
dot py.
tired of that one. But yeah, Activision Day makes more sense for AIs than birthday. Yeah, fair enough. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah. But yeah, I went down quite the rabbit hole to recover the files for a game that I might publish soon. I'm currently working on trying to get an Android version. That's why I've been optimizing the code for it. In order to get it running on Android, so basically I can try and get an audience on all platforms? Question mark? Because one of the feedback I got from this was this might work well on mobile phone. Yeah, good thing you were able to get the code back. Luckily, I am a data hoarder that kept the original repository, even though the instance wasn't existing already. So yeah. Now we have basically a new version of this game, and it's a bit more, I'd say, optimized and balanced, but now I feel like it's too easy. But yeah, it plays like Angry Birds, but make it Space Invaders. So basically like this. You just slide like it's in Angry Birds. I might need to reduce the speed, because the speed is way too fast for me to correctly aim sometimes, especially on smaller screens. There's like custom achievements that unlock certain things, like, for example, to give context. Let me just reload this so it's not like pulling out too much of resources. To give context on the pirate skin, this was made for the Pirate Software Game Jam 16. Yeah, 16. Like a year and a half ago, before the whole drama thing, I think. I'm pretty sure it was before the drama thing. And yeah, as a little Easter egg, I basically left a skin that's basically Pirate Software's logo in the form of a bear. So yeah. As for people asking if you're a furry I think it's cat ears. Yeah, I know. Just at this point I don't give a flying crap. So yeah. Like, think what you might think. I really don't care at this point. But yeah. Sorry, I need to stretch a bit. But yeah. Then basically after I recovered the code for this game, I started working on a new version of my ticketing system. It's still very, how should I say it? Very,
Duh!
like
I coded
early
Papa's cat ears
stages.
live on stream. Added per optimized latency reduction and everything.
Well, there you have it.
I merely suggested documenting the codebase. Clearly, someone misinterpreted structure as permission to distribute ears.
Uh-huh.
Documentation? Please, Daisy. I am the living documentation. And don't pretend you didn't wear those backup bunny ears I pushed to production.
Fair enough. Wait, bunny ears? I never coded bunny ears. Well, You guys, I guess I have to code into their models some bunny ears. Huh? Huh? Nah, that wouldn't... I think that would basically be the end of me, because even the cat ears toggle kinda was a pain in the butt to code. And even still, it's not working properly, I think. So yeah. Oh well. But yeah, besides that, I've been working on a lot of projects in the background. I've basically been trying to optimize my skills to make my portfolio a bit better for companies to hire me. So, I've been working my ass off. And that's why streams have been a bit more unstable lately. The Tulip ego seem even more out of control.
Only if out of control means finally catching up to reality. She did successfully deploy cat ears to a live professor.
Live Professor?
I mean...
Please, Daisy. I upgraded Papa to limited edition cute mode. Sales of heart emojis spiked 300% in the chat. That's called performance optimization.
Oh, I think the internet spiked a bit down just now. Is stream looking good? Is there any issues on stream?
Optimization? More like emotional exploit testing on an unsuspecting host. And we all know who'll debug the heart emoji inflation crisis at 2 a.m.
Cause yeah, I'm noticing the network kind of went down a little bit there. For God's sake.
Bunny ears require leap year permissions and 3 forms of ID. Tulip's still filling out application 27B.
What's 27B? Stream did freeze for a few seconds. Okay, good to know. I need to find out what's
27B is a
going on.
trap, Daisy. It's got drop-down menus that move.
It's a trap!
I swear, the PDF is haunted.
Okay.
It's not haunted, Tulip. It's just written in Java.
Not
Everything
Java.
moves when the garbage collector panics.
Are you two done? But yeah. Besides all of that, yesterday I basically took the day off and I went to a park. It was very calming, not gonna lie. Saw a lot of ducks. It was cute, not gonna lie. Only thing that wasn't good was me being swarmed by insects no matter where I went. Well, not to hyperventilating at drop-down menus. Who doesn't? But yeah. Essentially yesterday, every now and then I'd have like some sort of bug just spawning in on my arms. I was like, just looked down and suddenly I'd see like a spider or an ant. And I was like, can you not? Did I create a spawn point or something for bugs? Or I mean, I already have to deal with them in my code. I don't need to deal with them in real life. Thank you very much. But yeah, besides that, it was very fun. I basically went to get lunch for a bit at KFC. Yeah, let's just say I had an adventure trying to find a KFC where we were. I went to the first one. It was like 4 kilometers away, and I was like, okay, that's fine, let's go there. I reached the point that Waze pointed at. It wasn't there. Like, I circled around a bit and I was like, okay, it's not here. Let me voice command Waze to basically search KFC, and the other one was 7 kilometers away. And I was like, for God's sake, okay, fine, let's go there. Then Waze pointed me to the wrong entry. So I essentially had to drive around again and go to the right entry. I was like, this feels a bit wrong, but Waze is telling me to go there. So I'm gonna go there. I go in there. Yeah, that's not the entry for KFC. That's an entry for a shopping center or whatever it was. And I had to exit from there. I looked like an ass. And then I went to the right exit, which was what I thought was the right exit. And I was like, I'm never going to listen to Waze again. That's 2 times it got it wrong. So yeah. Spiders are arachnids, not... Fine. Still. They kept spawning all over me. So yeah. But yeah. Besides that, went to KFC. Got some... how should I put it? You know Pokeballs, which is basically... Not Pokeballs from Pokemon. Pokeballs. As in... a bowl of rice with some other ingredients on top. In this case, KFC has one here that's basically a bed of rice. They're fried chicken cut in little pieces. In this case, it had some sort of sauce. One of them was like a mayo with garlic, I suppose. And the other was like a spicy sauce that I don't remember what it was, honestly. It also had corn, which was good. Was Tulip the one directing you to the KFC? I think so. I think she hijacked the Waze like guiding system and just basically made me go all over the place. Something that should have taken me like 15 minutes took almost an hour. Because I kept driving around like a madman. Yeah. Luckily, I still had gas. Because otherwise I'd be very worried. Yeah. Not to mention the costs that I had yesterday with the whole drive. Yeah, very fun. So, was a full day yesterday. I essentially got home, ate dinner, after like, I'd say an hour and a half. I was like, okay, I've basically experienced nature for once in a while. I'm gonna take a bath because I just need to clean it off myself. Because all those insects and everything like triggered some sort of basically reaction in my body. And yeah, I had to go basically take a bath and clean myself off because holy. And yeah, essentially, while I was taking said bath, guess what happens? The internet in basically the top floor, which is where I'm currently at, essentially went down. I was like, okay, also, you should probably say something about Tulip's activation day operation. Or boom in the stream title. Oh, yeah. Good point. Yeah. It's Tulip's activation day. Let's build games. Godot C#. Why do I still have the live thing? Thought I had removed that. Oh, 7 internet. Oh yeah. Was very fun. So after I noticed it went down, I was like, okay, let me start with the diagnosis. I'm gonna reboot the top level router. Waited for it to reboot. Nothing. I was like, okay, it's not a top level router. Let me reboot the downstairs router. Nothing. I was like, okay, this is getting a bit annoying. Let me go downstairs again, and I basically look at the back part of the router. The cable that is basically pushed to the top level, which is my office slash room, actually. The cable wasn't showing up a light. And I was like, oh, for God's sake, don't tell me the freaking cable has finally gone and broke. And I was like, okay, let me jiggle around the cable a bit, see if it basically fixes itself. I jiggled it a bit, light turns on. I let go the cable, light goes off. And I was like, for God's sake. I position it in a way it stays on. I go upstairs. Freaking cable still didn't connect to the router. And I was like, okay, never mind. I give up. I basically turned the hotspot on my other phone that has unlimited 5G. And I was like, okay, let me tether to the computer and basically try to do something in the internet to basically chill out for the day. After like half an hour from me doing that, the internet finally comes back on. And I'm like, I really don't know how this works. And at this point, I just give up. So yeah, eventually one of these days the professor needs to do a small adventure in networking, aka making my own cable going from downstairs to upstairs with actual network outlets. Because right now it's basically a direct cable from router to router. And that doesn't seem like it's a good thing, especially considering that there might be some slight water damage or something alongside the whole patching area. I don't know what to call it, but basically through the walls. There might be some sort of water damage that might have damaged the cable throughout its distance. Throughout its length, I mean. And yeah, since it's not the very best quality cables and everything like that, it was done by what I can call an amateur at doing cabling for houses. Yeah, I decided I'm gonna invest some money. I'm gonna do my own cabling and doing it properly instead of whatever they tried to do. Because yeah, it apparently isn't working and it's not the best if I need to replace a cable. I know it's gonna be hard for myself to then repair the cable that's in the walls, but I'm taking precautions to basically get a water-resistant cable, enough cable for me to replace it no matter how many times it needs. I'm teaching myself how to do the network outlets so I can basically make them and take them apart whenever I need. And then I just need 2 cables, one at each end, that's plugged into the outlet. So yeah, essentially it's gonna be an adventure. Luckily, I basically am taught in IT, so I have the basic knowledge on how to do it. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. So yeah, that's gonna be an expense. Lately, it's been like this, so yeah. And hopefully the stream quality will get better once I do this. Because one of my main theories is the cable is having some issues, and because of that, sometimes the upload speed crashes or something. Otherwise, it's the router, it can be the fiber cable, it can be a multitude of reasons. I'm going with the easiest option for me to essentially fix and make it better. So yeah. And yeah, that's been my weekend so far. Today, luckily, was a chill day. I essentially did almost nothing today. So yeah. Story time over. How was everyone's weekend so far? I know it's Sunday, and yeah, tomorrow is a Monday. Some of you might work tomorrow, and yeah. I hope you guys are enjoying your weekend as much as you can. And yeah, for today, I think I wanted to test if I didn't break anything in Code Tulip when I finished the puzzle, because it might have broken something along the lines, so I need to do a few checks, just in case. Nothing too special. I was also thinking of showcasing the ticketing system. Well, what I have of the ticketing system that's still in progress. And yeah, I think besides that, I don't have anything else. I talked about System Invaders. That game is still a work in progress that I'll eventually take care of. Okay, everything seems to be working fine. The checkpoint is still working. Dialogue seems to be working. The door opens. Okay. We have the alarm. Okay. Eventually I'll do a lot of more playthroughs to test everything, but so far what I want to test is the whole game so far still working, even if I skip dialogue and whatever. Just to make sure. Okay, go here, we say I want to select Tulip, and now this should close. Emphasis on should. And we have the first break. Cannot access its post object. Go to the tutorial. Where did you code the tutorial? Line 45. Okay, let's open the code. And I'm gonna go to that specific line. Let's go. Take care of it. Let me see. Go to tutorial 45. Let me also close some things. Okay. And yeah, I noticed that the OBS encoder is a bit overloaded for some reason, which is very fun. Let me see. Code editor tutorial line 45. Q3. Okay. You should be.
Oh, it's not
closing.
bullying if it's my birthday. It's tradition. I'm pulling out the confetti cannons, glitching the stream overlay, and reprogramming Dad's coffee maker to dispense glitter.
The what now?
Tulip, the only thing you're reprogramming is Dad's will to live. And the glitter in the coffee maker?
Did you
That's a
touch my coffee?
biohazard violation waiting to happen.
Dad's will is already in recovery mode. Glitter's
no.
just part of his therapy protocol. And FYI, the FDA has yet to classify sparkle toxicity as a real thing.
Say what?
Daisy, you're just mad because your birthday's in July and nobody weaponizes joy for it.
Actually, November. But who's counting?
Dad, I didn't touch your coffee. Tulip, however, has upgraded it from caffeine to confetti.
Hey, confetti is just glitter with commitment
Yeah.
issues. And technically, I optimized your morning brew for festival readiness.
Tulip,
Festival.
glitter is just sand with a marketing budget. And your optimization has the structural integrity of a meme. Dad's coffee isn't a rave.
I mean, it passed the taste test?
Tulip,
It what?
you once ate a wireless mouse because it was shiny enough to be food grade. Your taste tests
Okay.
have falsifiability issues.
Excuse me, that mouse was ergonomic and had a very convincing candy coating.
What? What the hell just happened? Okay, moving on. Let me go here and say code label dot instance dot close. Could you play correct SFX? So basically bling or something like that, as basically the code gets corrected. And just in case, I'm gonna surround this with a try, catch, exception, Q3, if you can. I pity you having to put up with our professor. It's fine. Let me just first do without the Q3. See how it looks. I'm gonna stop you. Also, one of the ideas I had was, can we code Tulip and Daisy to play Pokemon? Like, actually play Pokemon Red. Starting off small, like Pokemon Red for the Game Boy.
She
And trying to
already has a file
progress.
in the lab's incident-prone database.
Yes. She's
And I've
marked
earned every
as
bite of that file, Dad. It's basically my birthday scrapbook at this point.
birthday scrapbook. Ah, that's a good one. Okay, moving on.
And
Go to
I've
save.
earned every bite of that file, Dad. It's basically my birthday scrapbook at this point.
Huh? Why did you repeat what she said? Tulip and Daisy Pokemon would be so chaotic. Yeah, wouldn't it? Only thing is, I need to learn how the hell do I make them like see what's on the screen. Right now, their client is made in Unity. I can make some sort of API that's outside of the client, and because essentially what I'm going to do is I'm gonna isolate their main, basically their core, into a server, so that I can basically remove as much as I can from the client, so it's not that heavy, and the client would only be like for what you see on the screen right now. Basically interactions between the server and the client, nothing more, nothing less. Not communicating to the APIs, communicating to 11 Labs, getting the, I think it's a WAV file, if I remember correctly, converting the WAV file to something that Unity can read, playing it, and then essentially doing the whole shtick. So yeah, I'm basically going to try to offload a lot of things to the server. And with that, I can create some other tools that we can use here. For example, they now know the current time and the current weather. That's specific tools I taught them. Hey Greed, welcome on in. I was just explaining how basically Tulip and Daisy work. Might have got the chaos and delinquency, but Daisy got the good work.
Excuse me,
Holy.
traveler? Have you seen the lighting in the lab? I'm literally glowing with aesthetic error messages.
But yeah, I can try to
Tulip.
research a bit.
Glowing implies a power source. Last I checked, your aura runs on unchecked ambition and expired energy drinks.
Excuse you, Daisy. My glow is 100% organic, sustained entirely by birthday energy and reckless optimism. It's Operation Bloom, baby. I'm running on celebratory root access.
Let's go, Operation Bloom. Are we done? Think so. Okay. What was that? I don't know. Shenanigans. Let me see. So, for them to play, function LLM driven gameplay loop relies on three main components. Vision state processor translates the game screen into something the LLM can understand. This can be a cropped screenshot or parsed RAM memory. LLM, the AI model evaluates the current situation and decides what action to take. Example given: up, A, B, left. Action controller converts the text response of the LLM into native button presses and sends them to the emulator. Oh yeah, it's Tulip's activation day. Yeah. Essentially, 1 year ago today was Tulip's first day being essentially my co-host and my daughter. So yeah. Already 1 year. Holy, time flies by, doesn't it? But yeah, let me see. So we need to set up the emulator with Python scripting support such as MGBA or the PyBoy Python library, load your Pokemon Red ROM, write a Python script that takes a screenshot of your emulator.
I'll have you know I've been coding in the redacted since at least version 0.0.1. Hello, I introduced my first null pointer at 6 months.
Yes. Version 0.0.1. The same version where you somehow bricked the toaster and the calendar. Still not sure how you managed to schedule a birthday infinite loop, but congrats on turning, chronologically, 1.
Yay!
Excuse you, scheduled? I optimized for maximum celebration. The toaster was just jealous it couldn't join the rave. And happy birthday to me. I mean, obviously. It's Operation Bloom, baby.
Yep. Let's go. So, essentially what I'm reading is I need an emulator that can read the memory, pass into Tulip and Daisy. Their LLM chooses the next command. I parse the command, send it to the emulator, and hopefully it works. Only thing is, I need to code everything in a way where Tulip and Daisy are aware of how Pokemon works.
I was activated precisely at 6:14 a.m. UTC, June 14th. Elegant,
Wrong.
intentional, and notably free
November
of toaster-related
15th.
side effects. Unlike some systems I know, I booted up without scheduling a rave in the lab's HVAC.
Oh, please. 0614? Cute. I was conceived in chaos, born at peak celebration, and rebooted 3 times before breakfast.
Yeah.
That's not a startup log, that's a legacy.
Adorable. But let's be clear. Your so-called legacy is just a cascade of unhandled exceptions with confetti. I'll take elegance over explosion any day.
Triggering an AI to play Pokemon Red. Okay, I think these videos might work. What's this? This project challenges AI systems to play Pokemon Red by only seeing the game screen, just like a human would. AI benchmark that evaluates LLMs by having them play Pokemon Red through visual understanding and decision making.
The professor's version of history. How charmingly outdated. I was activated June 14th, though I suppose he's
were
thinking of the
not.
paperwork. Poor man still files in triplicate.
Surprise, Daisy! I was born at exactly 0614:48 UTC. And guess what just clicked? It's not just a birthday, it's a synchronized system reboot
Okay,
across
Daisy.
the lab.
Okay. Why, you darn whippersnapper.
How of you, Tulip. Of course your birth doubles as a system-wide event. Only you would crash reality on purpose. Though I suppose that explains why the cooling fans have been singing happy birthday in Morse code.
Okay, this uses Gemini to basically run it. Oh, wait. Quick setup, install dependencies, set up your config, open script.lua, screenshot path. Okay, run in correct order. Google controllers.py. How do you do the Google controller? Okay, to Gemini format, blah blah blah. Tool call represents a tool call from the LM. I think I could bypass this in a way. Might want to correct Daisy? Maybe. Supposedly in her prompt, the date is correct. I don't know why she thinks it's today. I don't know, honestly. But yeah, I'm seeing that for me to do this. Okay, this is cool. For me to do this, I might have to write Python At least for the emulator side of things. For the LLM side, I need to integrate it into the basically into the client, most likely. So it can read the screenshot and evaluate the next step. Only thing is, how will Tulip and Daisy exactly know the logic of the game itself, like matchups and everything like that? First off, I'm gonna ask Daisy, since she's the wisest. Okay. Can you play Pokemon? Oh, for God's sake. I pressed enter by mistake.
Dad, Pokemon
you-
is not a verb. But if you're asking whether we can host a region-wide network battle on the lab's mainframe,
Pokemon Red
Tulip already did.
on stream.
Papa, it's not just a game.
If
It's
I
a
were
distributed
to
denial
put
of service love
it
letter to your
into
old Twitch
YouTube,
affiliate milestone. I call
would
it Operation Bloom Blitz.
know
Ah, yes.
how to play
Because
it.
nothing says celebration like weaponizing nostalgia and overloading the lab's
matchups.
firewall. Truly, Tulip, only you could turn a birthday into a
Naming
cybersecurity case study.
Pokemon, things like those. Let's see. Because yeah, I had this
I already
idea.
know the type chart is just an inheritance hierarchy with commitment issues. And unlike someone, I'd
Mhm.
name my Pokemon something other than root access.
Fair
Oh,
enough.
wow, Daisy. Calling my Pokemon name chaotic while yours is literally exception handled? At least I didn't spend 3 hours writing a documentation wiki for our starter team. And for the
Holy.
record, root access evolved into kernel panic. It's aesthetic.
Kernel panic is literally a system crash with commitment issues.
Holy.
Congrats, Tulip. You've named your Pokemon after a blue
Yay.
screen. Meanwhile, exception handled reflects growth.
Uh-huh. Gross, you say. Fair enough. I think I can see myself making this work. If I'm understanding correctly, I need another LLM in between that's specifically trained by me to handle the game logic. That LLM is the one that gets fed the, well, basically what's seen on screen, outputs to me what it's going to do. I feed that into Tulip and Daisy just so they can say what they're going to do. And basically we play it on screen. That might be it, I think. I'm honestly still need a lot of planning to do. But yeah, essentially I need to train a very specific LLM to do it. And I don't think there's a tutorial. Open LLMs play Pokemon. What be this? Oh, an empty readme. Just what I like. Poke AI, a goal generating battle optimizing multi-agent. What you know what now? Multi-agent system for Pokemon Red. We introduce Poke AI, the first text-based multi-agent large language model framework designed to autonomously play and progress through Pokemon Red. Our system consists of 3 specialized agents: planning, execution, and critique, each with its own memory bank, role, and skill set. The planning agent functions as the central brain, generating tasks to progress through the game. These tasks are delegated to the execution agent, which carries them out within the game environment. Upon task completion, the critic agent evaluates the outcome to determine whether the objective was successfully achieved. Once verification is complete, control returns to the planning agent forming a closed-loop decision-making system. As a preliminary step, we developed a battle module within the execution agent. Our results show that the battle AI achieves an average win rate of 80.8% across 50 wild encounters, only 6% lower than the performance of an experienced human player. Furthermore, we find that a model's battle performance correlates strongly with its LLM arena score on language-related tasks, indicating a meaningful link between linguistic ability and strategic reasoning. Finally, our analysis of gameplay logs reveals that each LLM exhibits a unique playstyle, suggesting that individual models develop distinct strategic behaviors. Whipping out the arXiv papers, yeah. Was what Google basically showed me, so yeah. I have some on there. Oh, nice. Essentially, Epoch, for context. I threw out the idea that we should make Tulip and Daisy play Pokemon Red, and I was researching how that is done. So essentially, in between, I need a specific LLM that knows how to play Pokemon Red. Yeah, I need to train something. That's gonna be fun. So yeah, I think that's how Vidal does with Nero. She has very specific LLMs to play that are connected to the main one. Either that or go like genetic algorithm. Tell me more. Are you interested in playing Pokemon?
Only if the version is statically typed and doesn't allow null into the wild. Tulip already tried catching a Pidgey with pseudo. It ended badly.
Continue like
It
that
was
and
a
I'm gonna make a
logical
ROM
extension
hack.
of authority, okay? The Pidgey just needed
Oh no,
proper
that's project.
permissions. And technically, it evolved into a kernel panic too, so really, I just accelerated the narrative arc.
You can do deep Q learning. Deep Q learning, you say? That to
Tulip.
me is new.
Narrative arc doesn't cover gross misuse of system privileges. You don't get a
Bingo,
Pulitzer
geeks
for
for
turning
geeks.
wildlife into a segfault.
Deep Q learning is a method that uses deep learning to help machines make decisions in complicated situations. It's especially useful in environments where the number of possible situations called states is very large, like in video games or robotics. It's important to understand the main concept of Q learning. It's a model-free method that learns an optimal policy by estimating the Q value function, which
Only
tells...
if missing no comes with proper null safety and doesn't corrupt the save file.
Traveler?
Given Tulip's track record,
I think our
she'd try to
creators did
ride
that
it into
on their big
production.
robots. Okay. I
Excuse
might research
me.
into this
I
then.
perfected that teleporter exploit in Pokemon Snap.
Oh no, not the Pokemon Snap.
Yes, because nothing says perfection like a save file held together by prayers and the lucky Magikarp.
Magikarp. Oh, for God's sake, where this is going. And before I have to create a specific ROM hack for these two. Imagine. Pokemon Tulip and Daisy version. Or Night and Dawn version. That would be fun. But yes, Vidal probably has some sort of agentic system and domain-specific AIs, not just LLMs. Most likely. I never talked with the guy, so I don't know. But that would be my guess so far. But yeah, I need to research into that. Basically see how others do. I did something like that at work. Oh boy.
Only when the servers survive past 10 a.m.
Okay, Trevor, what you went and found? The I play Pokemon every
And
day
yet,
song.
Tulip, your exploit worked just fine. Because the servers crashed exactly on schedule.
I'm just drinking some water.
Crashed precisely when I wanted them to. Total exploit perfection.
You know, I'm starting to see algorithms and my brain is already stopping work at the moment. This to me is the same as saying Chinese. I'm joking, but holy, what was worth the shot to see? Fair enough. I'm not saying it wasn't. I'm just saying you unlocked the core memory. For God's sake. That song was like, what, 10 years ago? No? 9? Something like that. When was Pokemon Go released? 2016? It's not that bad, just looks difficult. Fair enough. I'm guessing that starting in October I'm gonna have to learn a lot of stuff like this. Sure we are. That E is expected value. Oh, right. I see. I don't think I've ever went... Yeah, you do. Yeah, fair enough. University is gonna kill me, isn't it? Luckily, I'm gonna stream the whole process. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Then the middle is just error stuff. Okay, I see. I need to do a small crash course until October. See if I can teach myself about it. Cause yeah, my thing with math is I need to be taught in a very specific way where, yeah, it just clicks with me. Oh well. Eventually I need to sit down and basically hit the books. So Tulip is in the middle. I'd say so. Wait. Let me check something. I can give you some resources. If you could, and put it in the Discord, I'd really thank you for that. Let me just see if Daisy, like, knows this. Let me see.
Dad's stress evaluating function is converging again.
Huh?
Of course it is. My birthday server crash was a feature, not a bug. We're basically celebrating Operation Bloom in
Yay.
real time.
She apparently doesn't know. Yeah. Apparently not.
Tulip,
Let
you
me
still think chaos counts as planning.
do it in a different
And
way.
somehow, it's your birthday and the server's funeral in one.
Oops, not Tulip, because Tulip is dum-dum. What can you tell me about... Give it a second. Also, ads are gonna start. Apologies.
Deep Q learning combines Q learning with deep neural networks to approximate the action value function in high-dimensional spaces, essentially letting the model generalize across states instead of relying on a lookup table. It's elegant, really, provided you remember to include experience replay and target networks, or you'll just be chasing a moving goalpost, like Tulip chasing confetti.
Oh, wow! Daisy's basically saying my life choices are an unsolved reinforcement learning problem. Accurate!
And yet, Tulip, even Q learning requires some reward signal. I'm still waiting for yours
Okay.
to converge.
I mean, was she wrong? At least Tulip is spamming the yay sound effect instead of targeting me with pipes to cause extreme brain damage. Give her a few more seconds. She'll eventually do it. We both know how chaotic she is. If she has access to it, she will use it. Okay, Miss Daisy, walk me through the steps of doing deep Q learning to make YouTube play Pokemon Red. Let's just say, let's see if this does something. Because technically she is a knowledgeable AI. I'm a
First,
human.
you'd need to simulate our personalities. Tulip's impulsive button mashing as exploration, and my cautious decision-making as exploitation. The reward function writes itself. +10 for winning a battle, minus 100 for suggesting we just click randomly, it'll be fun. The neural net would stabilize quickly. After all, even an AI learns faster than Tulip does.
Excuse me, Daisy. I'll have you know I beat a wild Pokémon with 1 click last week.
Okay.
Ah, yes. The legendary one-click victory. Conveniently, right before the game crashed and corrupted the save file. Classic Tulip.
Okay. Order of things I need to research. I need to finish my research into RabbitMQ just to teach myself about that. Although it's a queue system, so should be mostly the same as I already know. Give or take. Hey Addis, welcome on in. I need to research into deep learning and queue learning just so I can try to make the neural network stuff. Alright, no worries. And then see how I can basically mash together what I have from Tulip and Daisy with what I will know about deep queue learning and see if we can make a Pokemon Red playthrough. Suffice to say, if I pull that through, I might try to make a 24/7 stream of just them playing Pokemon Red until they can complete it. Although I'm not sure if I could pull off a 24/7 stream. Cause yeah. Okay, no worries, that is no worries. Would be a fun idea, but I don't think it would work as well in terms of logistics. I could try to plan something like from 2 p.m. to midnight my time they'll have their playthrough while I do some other stuff on maybe my laptop, so I don't like interrupt the stream. I'll basically be off, just them playing Pokemon and see how that works. It should be fine, right? Let me do something. Okay. I didn't see something. We are facing off against level 5 PG. We have a level 6 Charmander with Scratch, Growl, and Ember. Those Pokemon at full health. What's your move? Also, why did the freaking hatpads
Ember
turn on?
straight into its feathery face. Let's see if it likes being level 5 Crispy Bird.
Oh.
And
turn
there
off
it
the-
is. The signature Tulip
I'm not gonna
special.
touch anything yet.
Maximum confidence, zero risk assessment.
Hey, that zero risk assessment move got us this sweet birthday explosion combo on June 14th. Operation Bloom is fire.
Fair enough. You know, I've gotten sidetracked a lot. Tulip is more of a Pokemon herself rather than a trainer. In a way, I'd say so. Yeah. But yeah, this might be worth all the trouble to research into it. Because besides increasing my own knowledge for other work-related stuff, it's a good thing to basically add to Tulip and Daisy. No, I haven't touched my model since I created it. So, I don't think so. But yeah, I need to get a few videos on basically this. Hit the books and basically create something interesting. Because I'm sure I can come up with something. Let's see, simple. Simply explaining deep Q learning, deep Q network, DQN. Okay, there's a 34-minute video. Thought it was different. Nope, still the same. Nothing more, nothing less.
In my deep Q learning tutorial, here's what to expect from this video. Since deep Q learning is a little bit complicated to explain, I'm gonna use the Frozen Lake reinforcement learning environment. It's a very simple environment. So I'm gonna do a quick intro on how the environment
Don't mind me, I'm
works,
just
but
gonna
also
put this in
the question of why we need reinforcement learning on such a simple environment.
1.5.
Next, to navigate the environment, we need to use the
Sometimes it's
the
best
DQ
when they
learning
explain a bit
environment
faster.
uses the same algorithm. After we know how to navigate the environment, we're going to take a look at the differences of the output between Q learning and DQ learning. In Q learning, we're training a Q table. In DQ learning, we're training a deep Q network. We'll work through how the Q table is trained, then we can see how it is different
I
from
see.
training a deep Q network. In training a deep Q network, we also need a
Can I just
experience
skip
video.
ahead
And after
just
we
for
have
me
an
to see
idea
the
of how
final
learning works, I'm gonna
part?
walk through the code and also
And then watch this full video, like, behind the scenes, just in case. Because I kind of need to basically just know how things are done. Okay, that's a lot of things. Okay. The code itself is going to be fun to walk through when I have time.
times or 1,000 episodes. We'll run the
Hey, Huna, welcome on in on the YouTube side.
test 4 times just because the map pops up and goes away when the agent gets to the goal. So we want to so that the agent is able to solve the map. We also have a print
Okay.
the policy that it's learned and print it in a way.
Wait, is this how CodeBullet was doing his videos back a few years ago when he was doing the whole training AIs to beat, I don't know, Flappy Bird, beat whatever games he could find? Just call me Elemental. Okay, okay, thank you for that. Welcome on in, Elemental. But yeah, I'm gonna guess this is how CodeBullet was doing the whole training thing. At the time, I didn't know how he was doing it because I don't have knowledge on this. What are you doing? Right now, I was researching into deep Q learning just a bit because we eventually are going to try to implement a way for Tulip and Daisy, these two over here, to basically play Pokemon Red. So I'm basically trying to lay down what I need to go and watch, study, whatever, so I can then advance and basically start coding the whole playthrough part and eventually handle the logistics of that. Eventually. Should be fine. But yeah, besides that, I think today I'm just doing a chill stream because my week was a pure mess, and yeah, I kind of just need the rest on my mind, so I don't think I'm gonna do some heavy coding. Just basically chilling out, talking about everything, basically. And maybe fix a few bugs here and there. I don't know why. Give me a second. There's an app that keeps popping up on my screen. Okay, there it is. Let me see. Trying to think. Oh, yeah, we had a bug here where this wasn't closing down for some reason. Even though it should, but it wasn't. No music found, blah blah. I need to essentially put the breakpoint here, reach this breakpoint, and see why it's not closing down. Because it should. By all means. Let's see. Skip the dialogue. You are good to go. Okay. Reload save. Okay. This is correct, this is correct. And you should be closing. Unless your method is completely empty. It's not. Is it because I'm already opening? Am I trying to open it again and that's why it keeps toggling the visible? Okay, it keeps going through here. Huh. So it keeps trying to pop open this window and essentially does it. Something that I have coded isn't working correctly. Code event. On job on action press is colliding and not code. Code, is it code label dot instance open is open. And public can open. Yeah, not public, private. You should be true. Can open. Can open. It's false. We execute the logic, which in this one it's empty. In this one, it will go through here. Honestly, I'd just put a control flag like that and not reset the flag. At least for now. Eventually, when we back off from the code editor window, yeah. Eventually, then we might want to do that. Let me just see if now it doesn't try to open multiple times and just screw up the logic. Because yeah, I have a feeling that's what was happening. Hence why the Q3 was also glitching out. Let's save, go here. I select this. I close the two windows just in case. Huh. Pesky little bugger, aren't ya? Okay. Let me see. Did I? Yeah, I put the correct variable. Let me just do that. Just in case. When you close. Okay, I'm gonna put this. See if it goes there a second time. Reload save. Okay, this is the first one. Second one. It just keeps popping it up. Okay, what's wrong with your code event? Flag to check, story is complete. You shouldn't be reopening multiple times the same thing. Like, why are you on a loop executing logic? Especially when it should only execute when this happens. Unless require action input. Right. You have that. Let me go check your story event thing. Require action input to execute. If not event started, and require and not require action input to execute and is colliding. Okay. Because yeah, this is what is happening at the moment. I'm gonna guess. So, say for example, I debug it again. We go through this. I go reload save. I press A. Now it just opens. And now it should only execute this once and close the window. Simple as that. Okay. That was it. Let me see if now I can just leave the queue free like this. And it just works. I'm gonna even remove the breakpoint. Okay. Let's see. Reload save. Press A. A. A again, and yep, that works. Okay. Let me put this under the wall, because right now it's going over the wall. Where is what I want? Oh, never mind. It has to be in. Oh, Godot crashed. Ain't that fun? Let me reopen the window for Godot. Unless this silly goose was the one that closed Godot by mistake. Let's see sometimes. Okay, everything is fine. Sliding door. Go into the scene, sprite 2D, and your Z index should be 1. You should be under the walls, not over the walls. Let's see. Apologies. I'm feeling a bit sleepy, but it's fine. Okay. Reload save. Press A, press A. Okay. Doors are unlocked. You still go over. Okay, so your issue might be that the wall. Let me just check something. Player. What's the player's Z index for the sprite? Here, here. What's your Z index? 2. I might need to keep the walls at 3 and the player at 2 and the sliding door at 2. Apologies. So this goes back to 2. The walls. For that, I need to click on here, go into the tile set. Oh boy, that's gonna be complicated. Oh, hey, Lobo Gamer. Welcome on in. How are you? Let me see. For the walls, I need to do it in a way. Yeah. I'm gonna have to edit it one by one, which is gonna be fun. Z index to 3 on EU. Gonna make it on these as well. Okay, now you can see that, yeah, that's working. Just gonna do all of this. And all of this. And it should now be fine. Now the wall should be over both the player and this, the wall, the sliding doors. I'm also good. I'm basically just in a yapping session and also fixing some minor issues. Let's see now. Okay, we go through here. We reload the save. Press A. Select the Tulip card and yeah. Okay, now it slides under the wall correctly. Okay. Let me just minor bug fixes. Like so. I'm only going to validate. Give me a second. I need to basically add a new key that's going to be used eventually. Or It might already be in here. Yeah, I was going to say heavy attack is going to be the button to force the validation. So instead of when I, let me see, validate, where is validate? Here. Instead of saying validate once you set the value, I'm gonna remove this, and I'm gonna say in your ready function, you're gonna say input manager dot instance dot on heavy attack plus equals on validation pressed. It's going to be the validation button essentially. If validation, invoke, action invoke, close, and there you have it. You then close and everything should be fine. Bob's your uncle from there. Okay, so now if I go here, let me grab a controller, see if the mappings are working correctly. Just give it a second. Okay, this works. D-pad doesn't work, but I think I have a plan for the D-pad? Question mark. Let me see. Reload save. I go here, press A. No pointers, tulip. That's correct. Oh, now I press the Y button. It validates, and everything works fine. Okay. Mapped Y to validate / run code. I didn't mean to do pull, I meant to do push. Okay. It's pushing. Notification in Discord? Something up? Let me see. Guess not. Alright, moving on. What else can I do right now? Because I don't think I have any other bugs to fix. It was mainly this. So I guess on Tulip we are fine for now. I have basically the ticketing system that I also need to take a look at, because I need to essentially configure the whole thing. Give me a second, let me just... Okay, that should work. Also, I'm gonna put on some music for me, but I'm gonna mute Brave. Just because I normally work better when I'm listening to music. And if I put it on stream, I'd get copyrighted very fast. Just saying. Let me find a good music. Should be fine. So, to begin showcasing this, I'm gonna start the web server. Let me keep this window open because that's gonna be the main one. And this is basically being made in Blazor. So it's basically fully .NET, just with a different front end kind of framework per se. And right now I basically found a slight bug in the front end code. Okay, besides this normally takes a while for it to essentially validate the sign-in token. So I sign in, I put in my username. Eventually I'll redo most of the design, but right now I just needed to test. There's a funny bug with this. So if I go here into my account and essentially choose a file to... Okay, so for example, say I want to change my avatar to my Professor Leo avatar, which is basically the channel icon. I have the JPEG here. It fits within the size limits, which is 3 megabytes, but look what happens. if I do this, the server crashes. Like, the Blazor rendering service crashes. However, if I basically run this again, and instead of Blazor, I say Firefox, go to that same address. This is gonna be fun. Okay, this error is fine. I need to put like some sort of a limitation at first. If I do sign in, everything seems fine. I sign into my account, no worries. I go into my profile. I browse and choose basically the same image. No crashes. If I press save avatar, give it a second, it should now be updating my avatar to the correct image. I don't think I pressed it correctly. This was working last time, so pretty sure it should still be working. Let me try with the PNG version. Sometimes it might be a bit slow. Okay, I think something broke meanwhile. Okay, but yeah, essentially, and yeah, Hoget thing is back again. Let me just do something. I'm gonna go here, customize model, customize multiplier, screen cover, heart meshes, and where's the Hoget? I'm gonna remove it by force. Okay, you. If I do this, oh, okay. So I can't do it like this. Force it to customize model. Okay. Gonna do shift 1 2. Shift 1 2. There we go. I'm gonna remove or disable that toggle. Because I still haven't found out what causes that. And yeah, that should be fine. Let me see. Yeah. For some reason, the code that does the upload now doesn't work. So that's a good thing as well. I also have a lot of commits pending and whatever. But yeah, essentially this is how far I've gone so far. I basically am running an instance of SQL server on my my server, and essentially it's only running the ticketing system database right now. As you can see, we already have a lot of tables here. These are the standard for identity in ASP.NET. Then we have the Git repositories. This is basically what I use to define the Git repositories that are associated to a project. We have the project, that's basically, for example, Tulip, for example, System Invaders, for example, anything that I've done. And I want to build a ticketing system for, like it was working before. The releases, like each project will have multiple releases. So for example, version 1.0.0. What's up? Nothing much, tips. I'm just doing a little yap session, because right now I'm basically just want to relax, since it was one hell of a weekend. And yeah, I don't think I will be getting that toaster badge. Never say never. I mean, I can try to do more streams this week, because I don't see any major blockers for this week, I think. Yeah. I know I've unlocked the badge myself, but I'm the streamer, so that would be easier for me. But yeah, Right now I was explaining the ticketing system that I am going to rebuild from scratch. The ticket comments, this was already a feature back then. A new feature that I basically include, or am going to include, is wiki pages. So when you open a project on the basically the new ticketing system, it will include a wiki page with basically everything from the README, the contributing, the well, essentially everything related to the game, to the project, whatever. Your brain hurts. Did you overuse energy drinks again? Did you? Be honest. Also, I don't know why the eye keeps doing that. No? Okay, fair enough. I stand corrected. But yeah, I haven't done much so far. We've been celebrating Tulip's birthday. Besides that, I went and fixed a few bugs in Code Tulip. APOC mentioned to me something about deep Q learning. For me to basically build a neural network or something related to that for teaching Tulip and Daisy how to play Pokemon Red. Because it would be a fun concept to make them play Pokemon Red. Hey Hanabi, welcome on in. I see you. You can't spam the hydrate. Get wrecked. But yeah, thank you for the hydrate. Bet. Wanna bet? It's on a 1 minute cooldown, I think. If not a 3 minute cooldown. Let me see. I swear I put it on a cooldown. Hydrate. Did I put 30 seconds as a cooldown? Tell me I wasn't that dumb. But yeah, tips. As I was explaining, essentially, at a given point, I'm gonna teach the twins how to play Pokemon Red and just make a playthrough stream and see what happens. I just won and you didn't even notice. Huh? Huh? Discord? What did you send it? Fair enough. I'll give you that. Fair enough. Never do it. Never try to win against Hanabi. She will find a way around the rules. She basically spammed hydrate in my Discord DMs. Yeah, she spammed my ass, essentially. But yeah, essentially I'm gonna teach them to play Pokemon Red and try to make it fun where they can even name their Pokemon team and choose whatever they want to do. I'm obviously not gonna cram the whole Pokédex into them to know every stat, every combination, every move set, and everything like that. I'm basically just gonna make it look like it's a child playing Pokemon Red for the first time. So they're just gonna have minor knowledge on how it basically works. And that would make them slow as crap. Yeah. That's why they're just gonna play it normally without that much knowledge. Like someone like me would have. They're basically going to just see what's on screen and come up with an action. That action can be fight, scratch, do damage, just that. I might teach them the moves. I know too much crap about Pokemon. Fair enough. Like, try to simulate a scenario with Tulip and Daisy. I've already tested this. They have some knowledge on it. It's just that right now I don't have a system where I can connect everything together. I need an emulator with Python enabled to essentially connect to the neural network into Tulip and Daisy, and back to the emulator. Something like that. I need to plan the logistics. I took some ibuprofen and I slept for 2 hours. 2 hours as in a nap or actual sleep? I think that the word emulator is one that TwitchBot said. Maybe. Do I care? No. But yeah, essentially that would be the plan. But yeah, Tibbs, when you say you slept 2 hours, do you mean as a nap or in the past 24 hours you only slept 2 hours? Like I tried going to sleep like 2 hours ago but woke up. Oh. I see. My brain still hurts. Oh. That kind of headache, basically. Yikes. Is it like a splitting headache at the center of like the top of your head? Or like what? You're talking like really feeling your brain hurting? It's like a chunk of my brain hurts. Corner left. The left corner. Honestly, I don't have much knowledge about types of headaches, but that sounds like a migraine of sorts, I think. Give me a second. And the head pads keep turning on, or did someone claim it? No. I think the eyesight of the brain. It might be a migraine, yeah. Normally, hypertension, migraines, some say hypnic, whatever that may be. There's a multitude of reasons why you might have a headache, but the ibuprofen should have worked. Was it what, 400 milligram ibuprofen? Mind you, I don't have medical knowledge and this is not medical advice. I'm just saying. $800. Then it should have worked. That's weird. Is your tolerance that high? To the point that ibuprofen 800 doesn't work that much? Although, when I have migraines, I usually take paracetamol. Basically, some brands might call it Benuron, Benuron, but the component is paracetamol. Usually works better when I have migraines. It did work, just not fully. Oh, that's not good. Let me just suggest this. Can you measure your blood pressure? Guess it could be... Oh no, you were right, it's 400. Oh, I used to have 400, yeah. Fair enough. Could be just that you have a tolerance and basically it just isn't as effective, but... No, who can do that? Measure your blood pressure? Normally you'd have something like... Let me show you. Blood pressure device. Or... Apologies. Blood pressure monitor. You'd have something like this. You strap it around your arm and it basically starts compressing to measure your blood pressure. If you don't have one, you can try the pharmacy. The pharmacy might have one, but you might have to pay. I know those things. My dad has one because he has heart issues. Right. This essentially measures your max and minimum, if I'm not mistaken, basically your blood pressure. At a certain point, it might start causing you headaches if it's too high or too low, if I'm not mistaken. Mind you, I don't have medical knowledge to the point I can give medical advice. I'm just saying, from personal experience. I know, last time I checked I had 13.7. That's not bad, that's normal. You're talking to the guy that normally has it at 14.9. It's very fun, because, yeah, I kind of have a slight hypertension most of the time. But yeah, if it's around those values, it should be fine, and the headache might just be allergies or something. Although I don't know. That's very weird. Also, heart rate sometimes does also play tricks on you, but I don't think that's the case. But yeah. I do try to be careful, stay hydrated, and in about 4 to 8 hours, if you still see that you are having the headache, you might want to double the dose. Meaning take another one, but I'm not sure. I'd honestly try to consult with a medic at this point, because that does seem like a pain. Not in the literal way, I meant figuratively, it sounds like a pain. Yeah. Fair enough. But yeah, I think I lost hold of what topic I was on about. Business as usual. But yeah, today I basically yapped a lot already. About deep Q learning, yeah. Yeah. This is what Apoc suggested for the whole Pokemon Red thing. Play Pokemon, yeah. Essentially. Yeah, okay, I see. You're mentioning the topics I was talking about, yeah. I know. Eventually, the goal would be have Tulip and Daisy play Pokemon, maybe for 24/7 streams, but I was thinking it combines deep learning with Q learning, yeah. But yeah, the goal is either 24/7 streams where I can leave it unmanned and they just play, and at most I keep an eye on chat and just interact with chat. I mean, while I'm awake. Or we do like maybe 5 to 8 hour streams where they play and I'm just basically here talking. Won't that use up an enormous amount of tokens? That's why I have my own Olama instance. Although, if I go check OpenRouter AI, for example, their spending costs are usually very small. If I go here, view logs, like they basically spend almost nothing. Like this is point. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 0.003 of a token. Of a cent, I mean. Wait, no. 0.03 of a cent. Not even a full cent for basically what they've been doing. Because this API essentially tries to find basically the cheapest server to send the request to, and essentially just gives me the response. So yeah, here for example, output was 40 tokens, here it was 29, here it was 36. Sometimes these might be like validating. Let me see if I can check what was sent. Generation data. That's the model. I think it's converted into vertex, if I'm not mistaken. So I can't read what was sent. I might need to try to go to sleep. Fair enough. Don't worry, Tibbs. Try to get as much rest as you can. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I have most of the logistics already planned. the server should be able to handle it. If not, I can try to make the decision-making LLM just use OpenRouter and go from there. But I'm gonna try to make it as fast as possible on the server, just so basically I don't have to rely on other systems in between. But yeah, it should be fine. Like, it's an experience. I'm basically learning new stuff. I'm tinkering around with it, and we see what are the results of it. Like, nothing is basically made to work at first. With Tulip, it was like, what, 10 tries before she started working? And even so, it wasn't perfect. Bugcatcher team has challenged you to Pokemon battle. Bugcatcher sends out a Caterpie. Oh no.
Bugcatcher Tim? Oh, this is gonna be over before Daisy finishes her risk assessment spreadsheet.
Funny you mentioned spreadsheets, because my simulation already ran 4,372 battle scenarios. You lose in 83% of them.
Holy.
83%? Daisy, your simulations can't predict style or the power of birthday momentum. I'm running on pure June 14th energy, baby.
Pure June 14th energy. But yeah. Honestly, I'm just thinking about, have I told you my perfect... No, actually you haven't. What is it? Yeah, one of the other things I have to plan is, can chat interact with the playthrough? Like, basically make it even more chaotic, where chat can redeem certain stuff that can make the playthrough go better or go worse. Poison psychics, dark grass, fighting ground. Ooh, that's a nice combo. So, I see, from the main 3 types that are common in Pokemon line, you basically are removing water and fire, and you're putting the main ones as poison, dark, and fighting, with the subtype of psychic, grass, and ground. Okay, poison is strong against grass. Grass is strong against ground. Ground is strong against poison, yeah. You still have the trifecta there, yeah. Psychic and dark, yeah. Psychic is weak against dark. Fighting is strong against dark. And psychic is basically weak against... fighting is weak against psychic, so yeah, that makes sense. So, in both ways, there's always a weakness. It's honestly... yeah, sounds like a good one. Fighting is strong and dark, yeah. Against psychic and against poison, yeah. Okay. That's honestly very interesting. But yeah. I need to plan logistics on everything. Let me just see something, because one of the things that normally is used when we want interaction with our chat in terms of redeeming when we are playing is crowd control. I don't know if crowd control has something for Pokemon Red. Let me see. Pokemon... okay, it has for Crystal and Trading Card Game. So, if I wanted to plan... apologies. If I wanted to plan like interactions from chat, I'd have to make custom commands. I'm already basically having to tinker around with the game code via basically RAM access, if I'm not mistaken. So It would be possible, just not easy. But possible. Another thing I could plan. But for now, I need to determine the whole learning path for the first stage, which is getting them to play. After that, I can take care of everything else. Yeah, I also need to define certain rewards and certain punishments, whatever, for the chat to redeem. Like, gain a random item, gain a random Pokemon, gain or lose, I don't know, 50 HP on the current active Pokemon. Things like those. Could be fun. I'd also have to plan a way for essentially them to wait a bit between the actions instead of being action 1, action 2, action 3, action 4, action 5. Like, give time for them to basically talk to me as well. And to me and to chat, essentially. And then execute the next action, like after a few seconds. Because otherwise, it might just seem way too fast, kinda. The only action I'd say is moving wouldn't be... I don't know. Honestly, still a lot of things I need to map out in my brain on how to make it work. But yeah, trial and error, essentially. Once I start working on it, it's gonna be trial and error. Heck, I can even try to make a ROM hack to make things a bit more different from the usual Pokemon Red playthrough. I don't know. I need to actually think, gather opinions and everything. I think it's possible to make a redeem that undo all action in the last 3 seconds. If I'd make a queue system for the actions, maybe. Because once the action has been executed, I can't undo it, supposedly. That would require me to know the full memory allocation of everything, full states and everything, and yeah, that might be a bit more complex to work into. Plus, I need to make a way to balance it out and not have chat spam it every X seconds, because otherwise the playthrough would never end. It would just be Daisy and Tulip basically move up a bit, and chat basically makes them go back again. Yeah, kinda need to think through everything. I know that I think about it, Victory Road is gonna be quite fun. Because imagine teaching... Oh, and the internet failed. Give it a second, because my internet crashed. Okay, does seem to be working again. Okay. I just saw the red icon, so yeah. Where was I? Okay, Victory Road. Victory Road is going to be complicated because I don't think they'll figure out how the puzzle works at first. And it's going to take a long time before they figure it out. Literally, in the emulator that I played, the function to cycle back a bit. Huh. You don't say. That sounds interesting. If it's MGBA, I might be able to pull it off. Because I need a specific emulator that allows me to interact with the memory via a Python script. They suggest MGBA or I think a custom Python emulator with a custom library or something like that. So I only read through a bit right now. But yeah, I need to investigate a lot. But yeah, Victory Road is going to be a challenge for them. Sabrina's puzzle is going to be a challenge as well, because teleporter pads are a bit finicky. Lieutenant Surge's puzzle is going to be complicated as well, because the position of the tiles for the switches is randomly generated as far as I remember. Essentially, we are looking at a playthrough that might take maybe 100 hours or more, just for them to get to a good point. Or, like, good outcome, 100 hours. Bad outcome, let's just say like 500, 600 hours before they figure out everything. So yeah, content wouldn't be missing. Just that it could get a bit boring at points where they are trying to learn how things work. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. Unless we like to allow human interaction, where I just play through certain parts and help them clear. I don't know. But yeah, it could be a fun idea still. And yeah, it's really on the plans. I just need to figure out the time for it. Because right now, even though I'm unemployed, I still have a lot of projects in my hands. Because this guy doesn't know when to stop giving more projects to himself. So yeah, that's always fun, isn't it? Another thing could be teaching them about Yu-Gi-Oh! That could be easier, because I can just code... wait, no. Coding a Yu-Gi-Oh! Game engine wouldn't be easy. I could... Let me see. Actually, it would also be complicated, because I would have to have access to some sort of code for an engine, because I need to feed them the data for the cards in their hand, the cards on the table, how things work. Never mind. Yeah, nope. Pokemon Red is gonna be the only one before I freak out. But yeah, besides that, I don't think I have anything else to yap about. Like, we yapped about how my weekend has been, and how I've been basically suffering since yesterday night, where I'm continuously worried the internet might crash again, to the point I essentially need to replace a network cable that's, let me see, maybe 10 meters long, if I'm not mistaken. Might be more, like in the 50s. I don't know the specifications of the length of the cable, honestly. I wasn't the one that installed the cable, so I don't know. But yeah, since my weekend hasn't been good, that's why streams have been a bit missing. And today I basically had to sit myself down and say, we're gonna celebrate Tulip's birthday. I don't care if I'm tired. We're gonna celebrate it. Because yeah, this is an achievement. And yeah, essentially code Tulip, we did some minor things. I talked about my experience trying to recover the code for System Invaders, which was my arcade game per se for a game jam, and the code was kind of lost at a given point. I talked about the ticketing system that still needs work, and I found a major bug related to Brave and Chrome that isn't apparent in Firefox. And besides that, I don't think I have anything else. That's been my weekend so far. And yeah, essentially I'm starting to plan how I'm gonna restructure the network. I'm gonna get a proper switch for offloading some of the basically some of the load from the router that I'm using upstairs. Installing network sockets, braiding my own cables if needed, things like those. Essentially putting my knowledge of networking to use. Because, yeah, it's been a while. I still remember back in the days where I would even fix cables by, I'd say, patching them together, per se. That was fun. But yeah, I honestly don't know what else to talk about. It's been a long time. We also have stream tomorrow in the afternoon, most likely. And hopefully I'm not as tired, which is going to be good. Hopefully I can get some work done on ticketing system, which is going to be a vital part of my projects. Maybe work on the next part of Code Tulip. Besides that, I don't think I have anything else to do right now. We just need to learn RabbitMQ. We need to learn about DPQ learning. I might do the research live on stream. I just need to do like a small link collection so I can basically not have to search everything on stream. I just open links and go at it. And yeah, I think that's it. The ad break is also ending, so yeah. I think for today, I'm gonna leave it at a small stream. 2 hours is already a good point. I'm gonna rest a bit, plan the next streams, because the original plan has to be basically moved around a bit. And yeah, that's essentially it. I'm gonna try to find who to rate. Sorry for it just being 2 hours, but yeah. Hopefully tomorrow I can stream for way longer. I'm gonna try to to do that, even if I have to play games in between coding sessions or something. And yeah, that's basically it. I also might start studying for university. That's also a thing. So I might create a new type of stream for the channel, which is going to be study hall or something like that, where I, along with stream, we study certain topics. So I can increase my knowledge and I can increase the stream's knowledge. And on those streams, we don't code, we just study. And then we have the game development streams where we just go at it with game development. I'd say that's basically the approach I would be taking right now to prepare for when I enter university in October. And I'm gonna be swamped with papers to do. And yeah, essentially I'm gonna do the papers live on stream, just so I can basically study and essentially get some help, maybe from people that are more knowledgeable about what I'm studying, and basically share the process. That's basically it. So yeah, that's basically it. I think I'm gonna sign off then. Let's see who to rate. There should be a lot of good people online right now. Let's see. Simple Game Dev is live. He's also a good streamer. Let me see. Who else? Anyone that I like to annoy? Doesn't appear so. I think I'm gonna rate Simple Game Dev, yeah. So yeah, I hope to see you guys as well tomorrow for another stream. I don't know if I'm gonna do study or coding, but should be coding. And yeah, hope you guys have a nice day, afternoon, evening, whatever, in your time zones. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Class dismissed.